Hello, everyone. My name is Anatoly. Uh, I am currently living in Berbera, Somaliland. Uh, I already discussed in the first part. This is the second part of my trilogy about Berbera, Somaliland. Uh, uh, More information you can see in part one about me. Um, I'm a professional statistician, mathematician, worked 20 years as a professor of Cardiff University, professor of statistics. Before that, I was already professor in St. Petersburg University, moved to UK, traveled a lot in different places, and just retired and decided to spend my part of my retirement in Somaliland. And well, let's see how it goes, but so far so good. I've been in Africa in different places, been in Somaliland first time 15 years ago, last year, this year already second months, and we'll be staying a few more months and then come back the same year, this year as well. Again, more information you can find there. The reasons, okay, there are several reasons why I think it's good here. Okay, first, it's not boring. It's interesting. Africa is nice. People are nice, very friendly, most of them. Challenge. Fair, right? I need challenge. I still didn't quit writing papers and books, but I need life challenge. Anyway, let's start presentation. So this is I'm still a foreigner, of course. Slightly different color than normal people here. That's a challenge. That's a main challenge. Okay, this is part two. But okay, no politics, no history, not many emotions, just my impressions, and try to be as objective as possible. And I find myself that I'm totally different from anything I found on YouTube about Somaliland, because I found that the most of videos is just very, very not talking about life at all. It's just nonsense, actually. Okay, the part one was general about Berbera, some views, some general discussions, some discussion of my rental house, my neighborhood, of football game, and things like that. This present part is part two. Part two will be three small subparts, people, some observations about people, some pictures about eating out, and about our trip to hot spring, Berbera hot spring. There is a hot spring not far from here. And the third part, which I release all three parts at the same time, will be Berbera Beach, which is my favorite topic, and some discussions about birds, animals, wildlife. Okay, people, Berbera. Okay, almost. Yeah, all the pictures are my own photos. So style is to go with photos and discussions concerning photos. Okay, some women, okay, in Berbera not that many like that, but in other places like Hargeisa and Burho, especially in Burho most like that. In Hargeisa, I would say half old-ish women like that. In Berbera, maybe 10%. If you will want my discussion, if you will, some of you will like my discussions, please make comments, and I make one of the possible topics is comparison of Berbera, Burho, and Hargeisa, maybe some other places where I have been different styles. But I live in Berbera, so I know Berbera more than Burho. Didn't like very good. So some women look like that. More women, especially in Berbera, look like that. More women, they have to have head covered and dressed, despite hot weather. In the winter, it's not that hot. So that's typical women. All that's in market again. That's okay. That she's not old. She's young, but she's homeless. So okay, several comments about her. First, you see there is a number. It's her phone number. You want to give her some money, you can transfer money on this it's her Dahabshiil account at the same time. So she goes from cafe to cafe, and okay, I gave her some money because I give money to beggars, not much. Okay, my usual is 50 cents because it's for the 50 cents in dollars, but 5,000 local shillings. To compare, coffee costs 500. So I give her 10 coffees, 10 price of 10 coffees. So for 5,000, she can easily survive the whole day, maybe two. In fact, I can survive because one of my favorite foods, which my wife criticized me a lot, is that she showed me samosas because she likes samosas from not from these women but similarly looking, and I really like that street samosas, and I always beg her to stop when we drive around to stop by that where some special women buy samosas, and they cost 10 cents one samosa. So 3 samosas is already, I mean, something. You know what samosa is? It's like, I don't know. I don't know what's English version of samosa. So she's looking nice. Usually, beggars, they look more like this, like this, like this. There, there is there are beggars, but there are not that many. So when I go to town, if I walk for half an hour, I will probably be approached by 3, 4 beggars, which is okay. But I don't walk more than big time is when shopping time. Okay, so some women look like this. She's a coffee seller. She's Ethiopian. Okay, she looks nice. Of course, to make a photo, I always ask permission to get a photo. So some women look like this. They are students from Hargeisa in Berbera Beach. They will reappear. They themselves wanted me to take their photos. When I'm in Berbera Beach and some other places, some people want to make photo with me, and as a payment for that, I take photo of them or photo with them. So many of photos with women I took because they took photo with me because I'm special. That's a younger lady. I already showed her part one. It's my neighbor, typical small girl. There are lots of boys and girls around. They look very nice. Again, I showed these 3 hooligans. There's boys, but there are millions of boys everywhere. Okay, because as I already explained in the part one, birth rate is very high here. Typical woman, typical, but many women have up to 10 or 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 children, and men obviously have more because they have several wives at the same time. So that's Camel Boy. It's a little bit of cheating because he is from Burho. But if I do make my video about Burko by request. Then I will talk about that boy, for example, with camels. He's a camel boy. This is a fisherman. If you see in his hand, he holds $20. $20 is I gave him $20. Not because he looks nice, not because I took his photo, but because he sold us this fish. And this is a high quality fish. It's a kingfish and some other. It's a very, very tasty fish. So several, and I gave him $20 for this fish, which he just caught. It was a lot of fish. So very cheap, very nice, very fresh, very tasty. Very nice guy. And in fact, he was a relative of, he was a nephew of the guy who we were working, we knew very well. We didn't know that. Okay, that's just a passenger on the car. There are lots of different passengers, all sorts of passengers. That's other passengers. Nothing special. Hey, I drive the car, which I showed in part one. I drive virtually every day, so maybe several times a day, driving down, drive around town, drive. And that's quite an interesting experience. Driving guy, Africa, Somaliland, Berbera. If there will be interest, I can talk about that. Basically, there are no rules, but it's very safe, very strange. Sounds like a contradiction, but okay. So this is about people. In the red circle, you can, if you look closely, you can find person sleeping in these conditions. Yeah, that's we are talking now about not very successful people with life. Quite a big amount of that stuff. That guy lives in this place. That's his kitchen, and at the same time, it's his living space. That's his living space. In the same space, different angle. That's where he lives. That's all what he has. In fact, he's British. For some, I don't know, for a reason he didn't tell me. He has my T-shirt and my shoes, because I gave it to him as a present. Not because to pay for the photo, but just because when I leave, I always give away all my clothes. If I leave some African country, clothes. Sorry. So that's his living space, bedroom, dining room, kitchen, toilet, everything. And it's for 3 people, actually. The main problem, what they told me, that's in the Berbera beach. What they told me, the main problem is that because they don't have good doors and good locks, people come and steal something from here. So the main thing, as I was showing in the first part, you need to have good fence with some wires. So if they don't have good high fence with the wires, that's why some other people steal. That's what they say. Okay, that's policeman. He works in a bank. He actually, just after I made this photo, he got, I don't know, $10,000 or $20,000. I don't know how much, quite a lot of dollars, and put in a plastic bag and went somewhere. And he's the security guy that transporting money. Forgot if he has a gun. Maybe there was somebody in the car waiting for him. That's 2 policemen on the beach. We know lots of policemen. We talk to them. We have lots of good policemen friends. They tell us their stories. The reason why We are friends because every morning we um, swim in this beach. This was a busy time. I think it probably was Friday morning or something. There was lots of people here. I think it's still morning. Friday, because Friday is like Sunday in uh, Europe. So for them, the day where banks don't work is Friday. I think these are the police quarters. So police quarters is where about 200 people like them, they live. The dormitories, casarms, places where they train. And the problem with the policemen, Somaliland, is that they can be taken from one town to another town without serious notice, and they don't serve in the place where they want to serve. They serve in a place where they are told to. So if they live in Burho or somewhere, then they say, okay, in Burho we don't need you. We need you in Berbera. They taken them from Berbera. And, so being policeman is very common for young people. These two are not very young, but I already described this a little bit in the previous discussion about football game, because the main football teams, because it's Somali Championship, we went to the game, and the main teams are police teams. And it's not surprising because the training and all these mostly young people, capable, physically strong, they go to police. Because, okay, at least it's some kind of standard job with not big money, but some money, some stability, and some discipline, and some. And okay, so the reasons why Somaliland is, I claim, is safe is that a lot of police everywhere, but they are good police. It's not the police you are scared of. Strangely enough, places like Russia, you're always scared of police because they can do anything. This police, they seem to be, at least until now, they're doing good jobs. So we talk to them on the beach because they need some company, and because they're white, they want some discussions. And because when we drive back, this place is about 3 kilometers from the town, and in typical days we give a lift to 2, 3, sometimes 4 people sitting on the back to bringing them to town. And they remember us. Of course, they remember me because my color is not very common, and because I reappear in places like this beach. And they will know our troubles because I've already described. We have a little bit of trouble with these boys, hooligans, and the whole police is just asking all the time, how do you manage with your kids? Because we don't have much trouble. It's a little bit trouble, but everybody has trouble because when we talk to some shopkeepers or something, they have the same trouble because kids are kids. Okay, that's people. I have more photos, but they are more from Burho, Hargeisa, or something. So, but most of these pictures, except for that camel boy, these pictures were from Berbera, because I'm talking about Berbera. Eating out, okay, two small discussions. That's a hotel which is very close to that place where we have swimming and where police quarters is actually next big campus next to the police headquarters, police caserns, police place. Is this hotel where we stayed. There are all these animals everywhere. And not only animals, there's all these birds all the time when you eat coming in, and cats and birds. And when you finish eating, then they They all come in. Ah, no, that's different one. Yeah, there was a video I removed. Okay, all this, they immediately finish your breakfast. So that's different. Cafe, that's different. Okay, different place in Berbera, but also close. It's on the beach, but it's seaside. Uh, so you can see cats. You can see. I don't know if you can possibly count. When I started counting, it was about 15 cats. They all stray, wild cats, but they are not. They're slightly aggressive against each other, but some of them they try to go to the table. They reasonably well. Sometimes they fight with themselves. Uh, so this is a fence against birds because otherwise the restaurant will be full of these birds. The birds attack, but when you finish cats immediately and birds uh, finish that for you. Yes, and so that's a typical end of lunch story. It's not very hygienic, but okay. Coffee shops, this big attraction. I like these coffee shops, as I already mentioned. Coffee in a coffee shop costs 50 cents, and quality is much better than Starbucks or any British coffee for £4 or something. It's a proper coffee. People sit here, all men. Yeah, men. It's not that women are forbidden to sit, but if a woman is coming, I don't think they come by themselves, but if a woman will come, she needs to be accompanied with a man and they sit somewhere separate. But I haven't seen anyone. So it's all men. So the story here, they sit for some time, half an hour, so always longer than me. I would sit 20 minutes probably. So the system here, they sit and the boys cleaning the shoes, they come and they take your shoes, clean, return, and it will cost some pennies for them. So amazingly, I mean, okay, all this is policemen, obviously, some other. They're all well dressed. So unlike European people in all these horrible shirts and like our shoes not clean, dirty. The people, except for beggars, some beggars, especially in Hargeisa, but I'm talking about Berbera now. They all clean, always washed. All the children have always washed, beautifully looking clothes. Most men, majority, like 90%, well, they all always have clean and very tidy and well dressed. And, despite sand everywhere, dust, and the shoes are tight and clean because probably they clean it several times a day with these boys. That's how they keep coffee in this thing. This is a fire. This is a working place. You saw coffee lady. That's other ladies, parts of other ladies. Okay. Yeah, but I already talked about coffee uh, in part one. Usually we drink coffee at home because it's just more convenient than to go to coffee shop. It's cheap as well because coffee is cheap. Beautiful, nice coffee, very cheap, very nice. Anyway. By the time it comes to Europe, it becomes much more expensive and not that hot, not that tasty, not that cheap and not that interesting. Anyway, another small topic, Berbera hot spring, which is where mountains start. There was a stream coming from the mountains and gets hot. This is a hot spring. There are these some air coming from somewhere underneath, and the water is quite hot. It's hot. Don't know how hot, but more than 3 minutes would be very difficult to stay in this spring, in these ponds. It's water. You get it first. You put your feet and it's hot, and then you get used to that and you lay down. But getting there 3 minutes, staying there 3 minutes is difficult. Men and women, they go different places. So men to the right, women to the left, because women cannot be to mix. So they go different places. So how healthy, nobody knows. Hot, yes. How healthy? Smell. I've been to several hot springs, but they smell Sierra or whatever. This one doesn't smell much. I don't know what makes it hot. This water, but something does. But that's all. So how to get there? If you get in a good car, it's probably half an hour. But if you get in a car like that, this is a taxi. It gets you, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours, because despite this guy, this is a driver. He's superhero. The car is super bad. The tires are flat almost. The car is very old, and how he drives this sand, I don't know. I know because I was sitting in the front seat. He drives very, very fast, almost no control of the car. He still sometimes gets stuck, so it needs, I don't know, 10, 20 minutes to get out. And then average is 3 times, 3 times he gets stuck. 3 times he got stuck on the way back and 2 times on the way in. But when because he needs to drive very fast on sand, and because he drives fast, he has very little control, and then the car can go upside down very easily. So the guy is a hero. So he drives it for I don't know how many years. Drives it every day. Still alive, miracle. I mean, the taxi costs $10 a person, return ticket. We gave him $20 a tip, and he was super happy. I mean, we gave him $20 because we were so happy that we got back in one piece. Okay, in 2 pieces. I gone back in one piece. My wife got one in another piece, but because it was really a near-death experience, which he has every day, and so that was big impression of that. That's where our car got boiled, because he stopped because his radiator was boiling and water, and the other car, which looks exactly the same, also had damage, similar, like something so old, so damaged, so similar tires. Driver was looking similar. This is not a driver. This is some other guy. The old driver as well. So I don't know. These people are strange. How they survive so long, I don't know. With such horrible cars. Actually, because we have Toyota Hilux, it's 4x4, and when we moved from car to car, the guy said, "Are you completely crazy? Why do you move from Toyota?" I said, "Okay, we don't know the road, and don't know where to go because in YouTube said that it's difficult to find. No, it's not. It's not difficult to find. It's easy to find. Difficult to drive, even in Toyota. It's I will. I will. I don't think I will go back there. Mm, Not because of driving. Driving is easy actually in Toyota. Would be easy, but okay, that's it. What some other YouTubers showed driving, so it's a similar thing because you need to cross this kind of small river 4 times. So it's a little bit. It's for. It's not dangerous at all. It's this one is not dangerous if you know where to go. So it's 4 times backwards and forwards. You cross this river. It's, first time you cross it, it looks oh, but it's easy. It's because it's a hard surface and no sound. Okay, this is a camp. It's a total slum. So there are people even there. They do absolutely nothing except for robbing tourists, like myself. Okay, they hate foreigners. And it started with a big scandal that taxi driver brought a foreigner being. So it's an awful place, very dirty, super bad food. They uh, kind of forced us to eat there, but it was completely unedible. It's the worst ever. I don't know what is the style. They what they try to start to do is to teach me how to live. So people who never did anything in life, then teaching me how to live because my wife said that I'm cooking all the time. And she said, they started, oh, you cannot cook in Somaliland. You cannot cook because it's only maids cook or wives. Men cannot. In Somaliland, I mean, but these people, they just chew the chat. So there is no alcohol here. Alcohol is completely forbidden. Okay, for me, former Russian, this is a serious point. But, it's not that serious to change my plans for this, but serious, not serious, but important observation. Alcohol is completely forbidden, but these local people, the replacement, they chew some herb. They call it chat. Often, not often, depends how much money they have because they grow. It doesn't grow in Somalia and Somaliland. They take it from Ethiopia because there's much more water in Ethiopia. That growing this herb needs water. Okay, so it's very dirty. Okay, that's another view of this from a distance. That's children there. Of course, they never go to school or anything. Okay, that's a family of 10 children. Again, they live there. They don't do much. Their mother was cooking, but extremely bad. Um, so maybe if I go to Hot Spring again, if I have some visitors, then I will try to avoid this village as possible because the hot spring is not only in the village. They occupy the best spot where you do, but the hot water is small and distant. That's inside one of the flats. It's a slums, but it's all these colorful women's remains of women's clothes. Any decent wind and it's a slum. Okay, this ends my part two. Behind me, as I already said in part one, is a Somaliland flag. And is well part three, which will be my favorite because my favorite place in Berbera is Berbera Beach, and I talk about my biggest problem in our biggest problem in life in Berbera. Danger to life, main danger to life is what? I need to guess. And I will talk about that in part 3. So that's if you like these videos, please make a comment and ask me to talk about something else if I will be able to contribute to some discussions. Thank you very much. Bye.